Okay, so this is going to be another here's my thoughts and welcome to them video. I've done them before, but this morning, once again, I was sitting in the bathtub and I just had all these thoughts going through my mind. And so here we are, and I'm presenting them to you. Okay, so I was thinking back to a time in my life way many years ago, because I think this is when I'm 60 and this is when I was about 20 years old, when I felt all alone. And I felt like I didn't even have one friend. And I know that there would have been people out there who would have been my friends if I could have known how to let them in on my life, but I didn't know how. Well, thank God everything turned for good in my life, and now I couldn't ask for more friends and more love, and I'm so grateful. But I was remembering back to that time, and I was thinking that I know that there's a lot of people out there who are in that place. And so my brain was going on, and I was thinking, I wish that they were sitting here right in front of me and I could listen to them, listen to their hearts, and even pray for them. So my next thought was, well, why can't I do that? Why can't I stand with people, even if I've never met them in person? Why can't I be that person to them if they want it? I mean, I'm not going to force myself on anybody, but I was thinking, what if I invited you guys to, whoever wants to, sometimes you guys write to me and you ask me to pray for something, but you know what? And I'm not asking for anybody to expose anything that they don't want exposed, but sometimes we just wish that somebody would care enough to send up a prayer, and maybe that would help, right? And you know, you can put false names or whatever. It's fine. Who cares? You know, God knows. He knows you, and he knows who you really are, even if you use a false name. And so all that matters is if is somebody standing with you, right? So anyway, I wanted to give you an example of how this works and how you don't have to be directly in front of somebody to pray for them and see results. Okay, so about 4 weeks ago, or right after we moved here, we went to this church in near us in Pasadena, really, really good church that we now love. But anyway, and in the evening they had a little time of prayer when people got together. I had a saying on my tongue. People got together at 5 o'clock just for 1 hour or 1.5 hours and just prayed for situations. So there was a prayer request for this lady that I think she might have been going to the church. I'm not positive, but anyway, there was a prayer request asking for her because I think that she had E. coli in her blood or something horrible like that. And so we all really prayed for her. Guess what? About 3 weeks after that, she comes to church and said that at that very moment, it was at 5 o'clock, I think, when they took her blood to test it. And it was at about 5 o'clock or somewhere around that time, okay? And it was at 5 o'clock or somewhere around that time that we actually prayed for her. And guess what? The test results were that she was fine. What was there was now gone. Okay, so there are things that people need prayer for, whether they are physical or you know, even emotional, things like that. And what I was thinking is that if you felt like it, you could write to me and say, could you please pray for this? And then, so I'll be the one praying, okay? And then, but everybody else who watches can pray with me. And then you can write back with results, okay? But there's a condition. It has to be sincere. That is the condition that always has to be there, because it has to be really from the heart to be able to see results. Do you know what I mean? It can't be, well, I need $1 million. You know, we all need $1 million. Well, not really, but so anyway, I will start it off by praying for our need, and you guys can join in, okay? And let's just see where this goes. And maybe nobody will write in, maybe nothing will happen, but if you do, then we can make this a regular thing. And then we will become like a little family, and then I'll give reports of when you let me know what happened because of the prayer or whatever. Okay, so my prayer request that I'm going to pray for myself is that since we move, we know that God asked us to move here, and it's been just confirmed in so many ways, and we couldn't be happier. But we want to fulfill everything that is in His heart of why He asked us to move to LA. So we have several things in mind that we believe, but we want direction, specific direction that we could take every day, that we would know exactly how to go forth so that we can fulfill everything. So I'm just going to say a little prayer for that, and that will be my first little prayer. And then you guys can write to me if you want to. If not, I might not do another video like this, okay? So God, we just ask that you would show Jose and me clearly just every detail of how to move forward in what you have for us. All the different avenues that you've shown us, Lord, here, that we would know exactly how to step forth, and that we would feel your wind at our back, behind, pushing us along, and also that you would open up every door for us according to your will, for everything that is in your heart to happen as we live here. In Jesus' name. So it's that simple. And that's all. Those were my thoughts this morning, and I would love it. I would really love it if I could stand with you guys in whatever you're going through. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.